Fluffies! It's been 2 weeks since I've done Discord review of what the dev have said in Hello Kitty Island Adventure, and so much happened, so let's go right into that. And also I want to mention that last week I got the amazing occasion to interview Chelsea, and this video should be out when you watch this, so go check out somewhere. I will link it, and it's amazing, and she actually reveals a lot of cool things in the future and a lot of cryptic things, but just enjoying listening to what Chelsea said and seeing how amazing she is and the way she reacted to everything. I loved that time, so you should definitely go watch this video. But today we are talking about what's been said in the Discord. Kiki and Lala have now companion abilities, and if you noticed, Lala moved closer to Kiki, and the only two people that were missing apart from big challenges and top hat that you cannot bring to the island, Spirit, because of the storyline, we were missing Kiki and Lala because they were not having companion abilities. So now you can take them with you, and they make the time between weather events up to 50% shorter. But that means that now, because they're closer to get there, you will be able to go with them. They did not want to separate them. Apparently it's a requirement from Sanrio. So I think we'll have to bring them first, and then top hat and big challenges for the storyline. That's coming next week. I mean, very soon when you see this video. In an announcement, Chelsea said, "Happy Sunshine Celebration, enjoy the return of last year's summer's end clothing and furniture, available at Tuxedo Sam's and My Melody's shop, and some brand new citrusy, delicious cosmetics this year." But what is important is the 1.8.5 prep list. Are you ready for something we've never done before? If you want to be ready when 1.8.5 drops, make sure you've brought all your besties to the herd, and that big challenges and top hat are besties too. You'll want to complete all other quests in the Island Mystery storyline, and then you should be ready to go. And then a reliable pair of IRL headphones might help too. And that's how I'm not sure how I'm going to stream with headphones. This is something I need to figure out, but we'll figure it out. And later we'll learn why. Something very important about Poron. Jessie said, "Just a reminder that clothing and furniture comes back every year. No player will permanently miss out on anything. Poron is very intentionally a late game visitor that is designed to take about a year of play to achieve. Players who want to complete all their seasonal and event collections will be playing that long anyways. It has nothing to do with gatekeeping and everything to do with pacing the experience so that Poron feels like a momentous achievement. When Poron finally travels, there's going to be a spoiled milk channel for discussing the new storyline. Since Poron is so hard to get, milk is the new big challenges. Pass it on." Does this mean that people who can't get Poron yet also won't be able to unlock the milk storyline? And Chelsea said, "All the Cinnamon Cafe friends have milk-related quests that only unlock once they're permanent residents." Yes. And now we have the key art for the 1.8.5. It comes from the Apple newsroom. Beginning July 25, the Friendship Festival celebrates International Day of Friendship and the 1-year anniversary of Hello Kitty Island Adventure's launch on Apple Arcade. This festival is full of new Sanrio themed fashion, new group animation, and many pictures for the memories. This update includes an epic music collaboration and the climactic conclusion to the Friendship Island story arc. Okay, so a lot to unbox here. First of all, the Friendship Festival starts on July 25th, but the update will be on July 23rd, so 2 days before. Sanrio themed fashion, you can see that already now. If you go to most characters, I think you ask them to change clothing, you see another one that is locked, and it looks like it is the ones that we are seeing here. And it is so exciting that everybody's going to get a new dress and new outfit that we can rotate. So I'm very excited. New group animations. I think that Chelsea said that the yoga poses are coming back, so I don't know what kind of other group animations we'll get. And many pictures for the memories, I'm not sure what this is. An epic music collaboration. I think they say a little bit more later on what it is. And this is why we need headphones maybe. And then climatic conclusion to the Friendship Island story arc. Chelsea said, alright, conclusion is misleading, but otherwise, I have been hyperventilating, trying not to spoil 1.8.5. I'm sure it's literally my favorite update we've ever done. So excited. Sunshine Nikki said, I'm so excited, climatic cliffhanger possibly. And Chelsea said, you know how at the end of A New Hope, you're like, heck yeah, that was amazing, but also, uh-oh, Empire's Bill lurking. Basically, apparently, this story arc is the end of A New Hope in Star Wars, and so apparently there's going to be other things coming up. Still counting down the days to 1.8.5, and I guess it would help if y'all knew when it was coming. Good news, the button will be pressed by Tuesday, July 23rd. Just think, a week from today we'll be playing 1.8.5. Maybe a few of us will have even unlocked this epic pop single will releasing. So apparently they're doing a very cool music thing. That is exciting, and we'll know more about the dance. The real question is how many of you are going to learn the choreography? Hint, I did. I already wanted to do the other one, and apparently this time, this round will be releasing a little how-to video about the choreo. My dance teacher actually did the choreography. She's super cool. I can't wait. This is definitely going to be cool to see people maybe on social media filming themselves doing a dance video. I'm very bad at this. That will be fun though, hopefully. A feedback that says Top Hat Companion ability tweak, and Meave answers. One thing to keep in mind is that the game drops hints that something is off with the Top Hat we know. So the link to wild speculation. There are clues like the difference in his color between now and his memories, the way his character hat matches his old color and not the new ones, his lack of feet now, he has them in memories, his level capped at only 10, which we actually only see in incomplete characters like the little twin stars and Wish Me Mel when they're first introduced. He is extremely easy to level up for a late game character. In other words, the weakness of his ability might be for story reason, not just game mechanics. This is heavily speculative, I admit, but the clues are here. And Chelsea's added eyes. So that's probably meaning that actually maybe after this update we'll get the 10 more levels of Top Hat, hopefully. Nice. Residence cabins, and Chelsea said future plans for something along these lines. 25th is the Friendship Festival, which is also gonna be nice, but the story juiciness comes a bit sooner. Sprout on Sprout said, I'm like, breathing room would be fine too though. And Chelsea said the breathing room is the 2 to 4 weeks it takes to get Poron. Apparently when she comes here, yes, she might, actually she was there the first week. Was it 2 weeks or 1 week in between her visits? Because she's visiting this week too, and I don't remember if it was 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, but you cannot do her 5 stars in 1 week, so you have at least 2 visits. And I know Success, I already have her cabin set up, so I'm impatient for this event. And Chelsea said, whatever the first piece of calendar clothing is, boom, on a mannequin. Exactly. So you should be ready to have everything for her the minute the event starts, and you get, I don't know, she said then that you could get maybe the clothing on the first day of the event, or we never know, could be the last day of the event, but hopefully soon, so we can start preparing the cabin and having her come. Heads up, we're looking for feedback from our fashionistas about what kind of outfit you'd like to see in all thumbs up for our fall fashion frenzy. So last year we had a few outfits that got fall colors for the fall fashion frenzy, and so now she's asking why, and we'll see more later. People suggested plaid, and Chelsea said, y'all will get your plaid, but not for this. Don't worry, we made it cute. Can't wait for that. And y'all will get your pastel goth, but not for this. And I said I found warm pink and yellow ombre dandelion in the wild because it really looked like that. And Chelsea said, I really want to do a weekly/monthly flower challenge where we post IRL flower and folks get to try to recreate it. That will be so fun. I will be so down to this. This is the photo that we have this week of a real flower, and then everybody should try to make it in the game. That would be really fun. Like if you have gradient ones, like the pollen praise, that you have 1 week to try to breed it, that would be so cool. This is something that I'm doing. I'm always turning into fertilizer the basic flower, like main cauliflower, but every time I do have an ombre, even if I have like 10 ombre sprouts, I never ever turn that into fertilizer. So sometimes I'm planting them to make double embrace, but also sometimes I'm just keeping them just in case. And then she said, let me look it up about my flower. I believe it's a hapadil. Yep, hapadil. Oh wait, not quite. It does read more than the lily. I'm a bad botanist. Callisti said, what's a hapadil? Is that upcoming? And Chelsea said, so probably it is maybe the name of an upcoming flower. I hope that it's actually, if it looks like this one, it has bigger like blooms, because lately all the new flowers are tiny things and you cannot really see the color or the patterns. I really like I think my favorite flower is the dandelions and the hibiscus, because they're so big and you can really see the color and all the pattern on it. Smiley V said, what if we could create different colored scarves and beanies using the flower like we are with the ribbon to make bows? I think that would be so fun. Roseanne has that cute scarf and maybe she could be involved to show us along with Mel how to do it. We already have those sweaters from last year. Imagine if we could make matching accessories to go with it. And Chelsea said, bows were basically a test run for introducing a new form of clothing customization via flowers. So I think fall should definitely expect to see more of it in the future, though we have no intention of stopping making stuff for the dye station either. Interesting. Now I'm very stressed out because I'm almost done making all the candles and all the flower crowns. But it will take ages to make all the bows, literally, with all the quantity, like only two ribbons a day. Hello Kitty said, it'd be cool if we had tracking functions in the game inventory though, and we didn't have to rely on Excel spreadsheets about flowers. And Chelsea said, the issue is how to do this without making the folks who don't like flowers feel obligated to complete it. We've been pondering how to walk that line, but we weren't expecting the feature to be as polarizing as it is. And heads up, we're swapping the sprouts and grown asset for Ghost Gleam to make progression clearer for folks. This probably be in 1.8.5 if not 1.9. So if you've noticed, the early stage is bigger than the second stage or something like that, so that's why they're doing this. In response to feedback called Justice for Event Flowers, Chelsea said, event flowers will absolutely come back every year. We don't make anything permanently missable in the game. There will be a feature in the future to help with a specialized flower breeding, like event flowers. We've already drastically reduced the amount of flower we're releasing. Folks were supposed to get 3 in 1.6 and we cut it down to 2, and we removed the new flower for 1.7 entirely to prevent burnout. We don't have plans for releasing event flowers every 0.5 event. It just happened that way these first 2 updates. As far as trading, it was heavily considered, but what we want to avoid is a community where someone gets, say, a trim, sky marigold, and goes to the marketplace to try and sell it for gold crown. Until we find a way to keep highly aspirational items for creating a cutthroat feeling in multiplayer trading, we want to just keep it out of play in general. What we hope to do is add rare flower trading as a multiplayer friendship reward so that it can happen between friends, but it is too much work for folks to do on the multiplayer trading channels. And there was an answer to a question from Sprout. How do you figure out what to include in the avatar creator? Nico said, we always shoot for variety. One basic, one silly, one cute, one that's just over it. See if they mix and match well and go from there. You get a nice range if you aim for the edges and then fill in the gaps between. That's really interesting. Sprouts ask, is it correct / public knowledge that the PC release will be via Steam? And Chelsea said, yep, we mentioned it to a few press, but Sanrio did not approve of it for the official announcement. Do you guys also have to get things approved by Sanrio? And Nico said, we have a lot of creative control, but these are the major things we run by Sanrio so that the characters are presented properly. Sanrio characters, models and outfit, new avatar species, so these look distinct from Sanrio characters, and promotional material, key art, trailers and messaging. Tofu said, oh my god, are we gonna get Pochi? Because Batmaru said, I wonder what Pochi is doing. And Sunshine Nikki said, I bet we'll get him if we ever get pets. That's something that they mentioned, it is coming at some point. And Chelsea said 100%. So, Chelsea said there's a mechanic coming to let players improve their luck in the minigame / wishing well in 1.9 or 2.0. For minigames. A play again button seems like it should be quite feasible. The multi-ticket for Sipony might require some work, but I agree it's a great idea for folks who have been sitting on a ton of tickets. Chelsea said, Spring / Summer IRL Event Data Association just made the calendar wonky the past few months. We are shorting some of the celebration to add a week's downtime between them. As mentioned, the high price of Under the Sea, We're a Fluke and other events shouldn't get that high again. We intend to stick with our 70% guidelines. I will feel it's exceedingly generous compared to other live service game in our genre, and because there is nothing permanently missable in the game for those who might need to take a break or take it easier for a few events. I've mentioned this many times before, but our metrics and business rely on new content because it's what attracts new player and re-engages lapsed player to the game. We have no intention of stopping releasing new content, and we have done many things to try and improve existing content alongside it. You'll note that every update brings quality of life improvements in addition to the new content. We've been retroactively adding tutorials and additional information to the game, but folks who already completed those quests won't see them. A more permanent in-game information resource is in the long-term backlog, as quite frankly the user maintains are often far more up-to-date and detailed than we would be able to support given our team size. An inventory rework has been in progress for the past several months. There will never be a search bar to detect entry complication, but there will be alternate ways to improve sorting and access to desired item. Chris has a feedback about when you're about to craft or recycle things, the window just closes randomly, and Chelsea said we're going to try and get this in for 2.0. And in the character section, Chelsea wrote, characters we cannot include due to the licensing restrictions. Generally speaking, any collaboration character cannot be included, such as My, Little Forest Fellow, Adoro Zatoru Mari. Thankfully that I don't need to speak that name very often per week. Yoshikiti Gao Poreru and Rhythm. Then Chelsea said, we think the current Strawberry Crate tuning matches our desired experience goal, especially since we added it as a daily gift and a weekly quest reward on top of them being frequently featured in event reward calendars. Because we can only use a single CD per cabin. Having duplicates benefits folks who may have a ferry track they want playing in multiple locations. That said, there is a mechanic coming to let folks improve their luck at fishing well and minigames in an upcoming update. Fish furnitures but with bugs. Chelsea said, we love this, it's been on the list for a while, but feedback like this help us bump priority. A music feedback. Stardust Hunter asked if they could be on YouTube and Spotify. A few things are missing. And Chelsea said, we'll be doing another big drop of music soon. I'll talk with our ops folks and see if I can get a more specific time frame for you. Mary Meadow making me dizzy from Vera. And Chelsea said, our game director said, I quote, good news, I spent the morning gutting and redoing those. I don't think they'll make it in for 1.8.5 at this point, but for 1.9 definitely. Like the camera angles that are a bit wonky in the Mary Meadow. We can't give free camera control for performance reasons, but apparently our game director spent the morning redoing the cameras in the Mary Meadow region because they were so spinny. A feedback that says characters locked during quests, and she said our quest system is disappointingly fragile, but we're doing some work so that things like opting out of a quest temporarily will be possible, and we might be able to make it so that companioning doesn't reserve a character or fight with their reservation system. Meeps said, I find it very tedious to have to find all of my best friends to collect items from me. Some more simple way of mass asking them to collect items would be super helpful. And Chelsea said, we have something in the works for this. I think it's currently around 2.1 or 2.2. That might be after New Year or something. So this is crazy long. Trade instead of gifting. And Chelsea said, this is super complicated, but something we would like to do in the future. Unfortunately, due to all the networking and UX involved, it is not in the near-term roadmap, aka next 6 months at the moment. So 6 months is near-term. Good to know. Toggle for relays. Molaka says, could there be a way to global toggle to activate, deactivate the relay challenges? Some are too close to flower beds and places you need to stand and jump to get to other places and activated them by accident so many times. Then you must wait for the countdown to finish before trolling or whatever. And Chelsea said, I think the goal is actually just to add a cancel button. So if you started by accident, you can just tap the radial at the bottom of the screen to cancel out of it. That will be great. That happens to me a lot. Birthday decor. Noodle said, I wanted to say I appreciate that the birthday decorations around the comic shop didn't vanish when the quest completed but stayed. That was very nice. Thank you. And Chelsea said, we do occasionally learn from community feedback. Hopefully this will happen consistently going forward. I don't know if it's about the birthday decoration or the community feedback, but I also really appreciate it. That was very cool. More customization. Paget said, please make our avatar more customizable in general. And Chelsea said, we release these as often as our current art pipeline allows. A feedback that says, make the tree transparent when standing. Pioneer said, a lot of time when I'm exploring or fishing on the island, I can either not see myself or my fishing rod. It gets really annoying, and I totally agree. And Chelsea said, this tree is the bane of my entire existence when I'm doing flowers, regardless of whether or not we get the camera obstructed object turned off. I want that removed. I think they were talking about a specific one in the resort gate. After a chat with the team, it looks like we do this, but it has to be set manually since there are too many issues trying to do it systematically. So I'm getting the tall tree by the resort gate added to the list, and one of our designer actually just finished a pass on doing this in the Mary Meadow. So hopefully you'll see some improvement in 1.9. Good to know. A feedback that says fast running shoes. So it turns out our engineer didn't actually realize quite how fast you could go with Peckle, and it has some performance impact. So you definitely won't be able to go faster than you currently can with Peckle. We're investigating whether to add some way to perma-boost walking speed, but it's quite to be determined and wouldn't stack with the companion ability boost. A feedback that says choose themes for cabin lobbies, and Chelsea said the original intent was for the lobbies to be customizable, but it introduces a lot of complexity into how cabin swapping is handled, so we had to have hobbies static for now. Right now, if you want to be friends with another player at a high level, there is a quest to take a picture with Macaron. This is really unfortunate if neither player has her, because it means your multiplayer friendship progression can be delayed upwards of a year. This wasn't intended when we designed it, so we are removing that friendship level requirement. As far as the main storyline, it's unlikely Poron would be necessary. Right now, someone speed running the main storyline can complete it in a few months, so we wouldn't want to add a huge gap in the main story progression for them. All of the item clothing returns annually with that event and can be accessed earlier via high-level friendship. Macaron we are removing from friendship leveling requirements, but still intend to have seasonally restricted visitors. Feedback that says door null. Natasha Gogo said, since we have lobbies in cabin, why don't we also have nulls or doormen? It would be cute to say hi to them and show a security pass. And Jessie said, so cute, and I like this photo, it's very nice. Feedback from Mila that says reducing glitching animation with top hat. And Mila says, I have epilepsy and I find the animation when Top Hat is doing the backstroke as a companion to be quite jarring. And Jessie said, I've passed this along the team. And inclusivity is important and it means a lot. Definitely, we appreciate the call out. So this is really important to see that you're listening to that kind of feedback. I really wanted to try this drink. It's been in my fridge for like a month. I think I bought it in Switzerland, but I'm not sure where now. And it's a Hello Kitty star drink, so let's try this. I thought this would be the perfect occasion to drink this. Now it's actually not cold anymore. Okay, it's a carbonated drink. It's a soda. It's actually nice. So if you have not, go watch the interview with Chelsea because it was really fun. And you can see how sweet the chief product officer is for this game. And it was really adorable to speak with her. So also you should be getting this video on the day of or very close to the 1.8.5 that is going to be massive with so much storyline. Apparently a pop song, a dance that we'll have to learn, I mean that you can learn, and so many big storylines, and it's Chelsea's favorite update so far. I'm so excited. So check if your game is updatable, and obviously I will be streaming these updates because it's going to be amazing. So I will have weird schedules. So on the 25th I will stream it on the reset, so in the morning for me of the 25th, but it could be midnight for you or something like that. And on the 23rd, whenever it drops, like within half an hour or an hour, depending if it's easy for me to stop what I'm doing, I will start the live stream. So this one might not start at the scheduled time that I will put on YouTube. You just have to put on notification for my channel to see whenever it's the update is live and when I'm going live for this, and then we can all play together and discover the quests together. And I'm very excited about this update. It's gonna be huge, and I had to rearrange my work schedule to be able to do this event correctly. So I'm hoping that you're looking forward for this update too. So see you soon. Bye!